this road is really nice. I love these curves. I love curves on women and I love curves on roads. Buddies, so here I am at the Driven Cafe and I have been invited to MVSR Engineering College. Well, it's a big honor for me to have been invited to an engineering college as a guest of honor. And the event there at the engineering college is a fest, an automotive fest. And I'll be riding the Benelli GT from Driven Cafe all the way till that engineering college, which is about a 55-kilometer ride. And well, I hope the city traffic kind of eases out now. It took me about 1.5 hours to reach from home till Driven Cafe in a car. So now it's going to be on a motorcycle. I can be much faster and this is going to be fun. Okay, so the Benelli GT, primarily a tourer. Well, these huge luggage boxes, they are awesome for the highway, but now I'm not really sure how I will be able to maneuver in city traffic. I got to check this thing out, because if I have to cut through traffic, which I wish to do because I wish to reach the event soon, I'm already late. Anyhow, let's hop on to the motorcycle now. I did do a review of the Benelli GT when this motorcycle was launched, but after that I haven't ridden this machine much. So this is going to be something interesting for me. I can also do a general review of how this machine feels to be ridden in traffic. Wow, this machine is kind of a heavy weight. This is, I think, about 250 odd kgs this machine is. Okay, let's ride. Sounds beautiful. This is the USP of either the 600i or the Benelli GT, is the way this machine sounds. Let her warm up a bit. All right. Let me ride. Whoa, you know what? I was so tired, almost feeling dizzy before I got onto this motorcycle, and just the sound, sheer sound, is making me feel so nice. Now this is with the stock exhaust. Imagine how she would sound with an aftermarket exhaust. I gotta take a U-turn. I gotta keep in mind that I have these huge luggage boxes on me. Woo! Wow, this is one thing about motorcycling, that is, no matter what kind of mood you are in, to be really honest, I'm not in a great mood today. Well, some personal reasons, but wow, check this sound out, man. I feel alive. I freaking feel alive. This is what a motorcycle can do to you. No antidepressant works better than riding a nice, fun motorcycle. I just love the inline four sound. Absolutely love it. The engine on this motorcycle is smooth. Well, like most of the inline four cylinders. So nothing exceptional, but still a very smooth engine for sure. And I do like the handlebar on the GT for touring purpose. Okay, traffic signal again. the whole posture is really nice. It makes you feel comfortable, and well, I'm sure for long rides this machine would be absolutely spot on, because it's got those huge luggage boxes and really nice and big seat. The crash guards here, just in case on a bad road, an unfortunate event, we end up falling, so the crash guards would do the job. And a small little windshield, which, yeah, should offer some protection. I am fine with the rear view mirrors. And well, the fuel tank, this is what is a unique selling proposition. I don't remember the figures. The last time I reviewed this motorcycle, I think this has a well over 20-liter fuel tank. So that is something really, really good for touring. These kind of traffic conditions is where high performance, high compression engines heat up. Now you see this, 90 degrees Celsius is the coolant engine temperature right now. Well, you can't really blame the motorcycle. If our traffic is so bad, what can these motorcycles do? The radiators need airflow over them, and we are not really giving any airflow to them. The radiator fans can't really do much because they are, I mean, there's the small fans and they are circulating ambient air, which is around the motorcycle. And the air which is around the motorcycle is very hot also, because the air is part of the exhaust gases from other motorcycles and cars. Inline 4 cylinders, they make you rev them hard. It's like they ask you to go, baby, come on, rev me up. Nice sensitive throttle this motorcycle has got. Just a regular throttle. Remember my ride-by-wire video? It's got two throttle cables here. Okay, one is for pull, one is for push. The brakes are also nice on this motorcycle. I believe even the brake calipers are made by Benelli. This is probably the first time I'm seeing a motorcycle manufacturer also make brake calipers, because generally brake calipers are third-party companies like Brembo, Bybri, Tokiko and whatnot. But here it's Benelli, and they are pretty good brakes, by the way. Degrees Celsius. God, if this gets any hotter, my ECU will cut off the engine automatically till it cools down. Not a good sign, not a good sign, not a good sign. I think I'll cut the engine off on my own. That's much better. Ah, fuck, I do that and you see here, the signal turns green. 95 degrees Celsius. Whoa, bad situation. Now you understand, friends, why I don't ride big motorcycles, high compression motorcycles in city traffic. So often my friends ask me, do city rides on superbikes? No, sorry buddies, not possible. For that fact, even a Duke 390, which is so high compression, some 12.8 or close to 13:1 compression ratio, I don't like to ride that machine also in really bad traffic. One thing about this motorcycle which I really like is the suspension. Perfect for our crazy Indian road surface. It is able to take any kind of bumps, any kind of potholes, and even the ground clearance is really good. And one thing which I really miss on this motorcycle is torque. This motorcycle sounds awesome, smooth engine, everything is really cool, but there is no torque. I mean, as I mentioned in my Benelli 600i video, that in case you're someone who's been riding a 150cc motorcycle and jump onto this machine, then yes, you would feel the torque to be pretty good. But in case you're someone who is riding a Ninja 650, or for that case even a Duke 390, and jump onto this motorcycle thinking that, oh, this is a inline 4 and probably I'm going to be witnessing some really good power, and the moment I open throttle I'm going to fly. Well, that is not the case, because although on papers this motorcycle makes 85 horsepower and torque figures, I forgot friends, I think 60 Nm torque or 57 Nm torque. So on papers this sounds very good, but in reality it's average, it's just about okay. And as a matter of fact, on the GT 600i, the low end torque is even worse. On the GT, that is, what did I say, GT 600i, I'm crazy. I mean the Benelli 600i, the low end torque is even worse. But on the GT, which I'm riding right now, the low end torque is slightly better. Probably Benelli tuned this motorcycle like that because this is supposed to be a tourer, and tourer needs to have good low end and mid range torque because it would need to carry a lot of load. So I mean, for traffic conditions, surprisingly, despite this motorcycle being so huge, heavy, and also having this huge luggage bags behind, I've been able to manage it really well. No real issues at all in traffic. And even the temperature, although it's been going to 95 degrees Celsius sometimes, and I'm getting saved because of my riding boots, which are from Biking Brotherhood leather riding boots. Else if I would have been wearing sports shoe or something like that, my legs would have got burnt by now. But even though the temperature is going pretty high, which is very common, which is natural in this bad traffic, but still the motorcycle is behaving well. The engine did not cut off. So I think I'm exiting this crazy city traffic now. I'm near, where am I? I'm at least hoping I'm getting towards Nadagul area. See, now if I had more torque, the overtake would have been easy. Power starts to come in when you reach about 8,000 RPM, and the red line is 10,500 and close to 11,000. So not much RPM to play around with when it comes to peak power. The area that I'm going to is known as Nadargul, and there's an airfield, huge airfield, which is about 250 or 300 acre airfield. It has a 1 kilometer runway, and I used to come over to this place almost every other day because I think many of you know that I was getting trained to be an airline pilot, and for some reasons I could not continue my training. I'll let you know someday why. So during those days I used to fly the Cessna 152, 172, and I absolutely love flying. You know, I love aviation. Okay, I see some open roads. Time for me to open throttle. See, when you open throttle, that is where the torque lacks. It doesn't go pow or something like that, you know. You gotta wait for the revs to build up, and then the brake horsepower comes in. So it has got kind of peak horsepower, but not much low end or mid range torque. But overall, that's okay. I like the motorcycle in the end, you know. I don't like to criticize motorcycles too much because motorcycles are like my girlfriends, and I don't like to criticize my girlfriends. That's alright. You see this road? This motorcycle can take this kind of really bad road very, very easily. No problem whatsoever. Now I have to keep an eye for the airfield. It is supposed to be on the right side, and when I reach the airfield, I'm supposed to be calling my friends. When I see open road, baby, I love it. When I see the airfield, I'm supposed to call my friends from the engineering college and they would be picking me up from there. I mean, guiding me from there. Okay, cornering on a GT 600 Benelli. When the revs build up at about 8,000 odd RPM, the motorcycle does feel decently powerful, but before that, no. So here we go, you see that? Yep. Well, sometimes it is really cool to get lost on a motorcycle. Well, what sometimes? I mean, always. I don't really regret when I get lost on a motorcycle, because in the end, as I said, it's about riding the motorcycle, enjoying the journey, and not really about the destination. Let me check with these dudes here. They don't know. What do? I think I'll go slightly ahead and see. I'm enjoying this road. I'm truly enjoying this road. Nice corners, man. Now I'm lost again. Where should I go? I think I should get my cell phone out now and check GPS navigation. Hey bro.
Hey bro, till where you reach?
I reached the Nagargul area. I'm not able to find the airfield actually. The area has changed a lot. I used to come over here for my training. Now this is a bit too much to get lost. I went in the wrong direction for about 19 kilometers. That's just too much to get lost. But still, I'm enjoying the road, so no regrets. I've been saying torque, lack of torque and all that, but again, any inline 4 cylinder, because see, again, when you have 4 cylinders for 600cc, the combustion torque and initial torque would be less. So that is the reason they would not be very torquey on the low end or mid range. So in case you want a torquey engine in 600cc or 650cc, then you should buy a Ninja 650 with a parallel twin, because they have bigger cylinders, bigger pistons, they have more inertial and combustion torque. So generally, even a CBR 600RR for that matter doesn't have much low end or mid range torque. So it's not really fault of Benelli or this motorcycle. 600 inline 4s are more or less low on torque. Our engineering college.